So the Fantastic Four somehow managed to get more woke. Superman is no longer fighting for America. And Black Panther is now white.
I drive.
And morons all over the internet are crying their eyes out and having meltdowns over all of this. Before we get into it, if you agree with what I say and you want to help out the channel, maybe consider becoming a subscriber or supporting me over on Patreon. So we'll start with the good news and the most hilarious one. The fact that Black Panther is now a blonde white man. Now this isn't the character of T'Challa being race swapped, like what happens the other way around. Instead, T'Challa's son is white. Now I don't know how the hell that works, but at least it's not a race swap of the character of T'Challa. And there's a big lot of people replying to this who are just freaking out, asking, why is he white? He's Black Panther. And I just find it hilarious, because you could call me stupid and say that I'm being hypocritical, because technically I should be saying that all race swaps are bad and making a black character white is absolutely horrible. But personally, I believe in an eye for an eye, and I think that this is absolutely perfect. We're sick and tired of seeing characters getting race swapped every single week, like in Fantastic Four, with Pedro Pascal playing a character who looks nothing like him. I think it's time we got Ryan Gosling as Black Panther, because we really do deserve it. But we'll never be even until, I don't know, Blade and Bishop from the X-Men and Storm are all made white. It's just hilarious seeing people who would have no problem with it the other way around now freaking out and calling this insane. And now on to Fantastic Four, which people are coping hard and saying that it's a massive success. Like you see here, the Fantastic Four First Steps has sold more tickets in the first day than any film this year. Now this account and many more should not be trusted, because they'll just lie to you, and I don't care if it even is true. Nobody wants to watch Fantastic Four. It's been proven time and time again, so you can say that it's sold more tickets than this and that, but it's not the truth. And all of this hype is fake, being pushed by people who are probably being paid to speak this bullcrap. And if you wanted another reason to hate Fantastic Four, more just keep on coming out every week. So the stupid director talks about the horribly miscast Joseph Quinn as Johnny the Flaming Gay Storm, proving everybody right who called this trash out, saying I was interested in a Johnny Storm that was more than just a ladies man and adrenaline junkie. I was hoping for somebody who could be a dreamer. That sounds incredibly gay, and to be honest, extremely weak. I'm not even a massive fan of the original Fantastic Four movies. I think they're just generic superhero movies from the 2000s, but they beat this new crap any day, because they had a Johnny Storm who was a womanizer, who was an adrenaline junkie, and wasn't a dreamer, whatever that means. As you're about to see in the Fantastic Four trailer that has people crying their eyes out and freaking out, screaming up at the sky that they need this, you're gonna see that this dreamer Johnny Storm is actually just some gay, and nobody is cooking on this movie. This movie isn't gonna be fire just because somebody tells you that it's selling tickets. And before we take a look at the retards who are crying their eyes out, just look at this new still that's been released from Fantastic Four. It has people going, oh my god, it's so comic accurate, it's like Reed and Sue. No, to me it looks like a normal white woman walking down the street and some taco vendor is running after her, trying to, I don't know, kidnap her and bring her back over the border. But all that aside, let's objectively take a look at this trailer.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
Johnny, now!
As a family.
Shut up, cunt.
And we will protect you.
Is this guy good? Oh! What?
I finally knocked it off the list.
List.
You are gay.
No thanks, bro.
I take back every single bad thing I've been saying about you. To myself. In private. To myself.
So the trailer has all the usual crap. Feminist Sue Storm, bad CGI, female fake silver bitch who nobody knows, and a big load of cringe fake hype like welcome to the family, and look at all these posters, and look at how good the theme song is. It's so cringe, it's beyond retarded. But speaking of retarded, we see something new from this movie, and it actually reveals that it isn't even a Fantastic Four movie, it's Brokeback Mountain 2. Starring Pedro Pascal and John Johnny the flaming gay hugging each other. They do it about 10 times in multiple trailers.
You are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth.
So not only does it have the stereotypical cringe Marvel humor, it also is just weirdly gay. So you replace the badass womanizer Johnny Storm with an autistic, spastic, flaming gay. And if you thought that that was insane, just take a look at this retard who can't hold in the tears because a couple feminists and Mexicans are running around on his screen.
Family. It's about connecting to something bigger than yourself.
Talk to me, Sue.
What?
Yes.
We'll face it together.
Franklin! Bro, I need this shit. I need this shit. I need this shit. You cooked. You cooked. All of them cooked. Vanessa Kirby cooked as Sue. Ben looks perfect. Johnny looks perfect. Pedro's gonna cook as Reed. I need this shit.
Holy crap, you need to stop watching Marvel movies. You need to pick up a comic book, go outside, or better yet, eat some tacos and head back over the border. Because you, my friend, are an absolute spastic who is crying his eyes out, throwing his fists up to the sky, screaming down his house because there's some feminist, a Mexican, and a gay dude running around in a CGI Marvel movie. And you can tell that he's a shill who's faking it. Because he starts going, yeah, Sue is cooking and Johnny is cooking and the Thing is cooking and yeah, I think Pedro will do well. Nobody has confidence in this freak. Not even the woke morons who are crying their eyes out like this guy. But this is just an example of how stupid civilization and people are. You're crying and screaming about some movie that was made by people who hate your guts. The sinister, shady characters who run Marvel, Disney, and all of these companies do not care about comic books. They don't care about you crying and wanting to see the movie. They're some of the most despicable people to walk this earth, and you're just ignoring them. And speaking of despicable people who belong in jail or in the ground, let's talk about James Gunn and his new Superman flop. James Gunn's Superman ditches the traditional motto, truth, justice, and the American way, and replaces it with the human way. So I think that Henry Cavill's Superman deserves an apology, because as a comic book fan, how could you defend this crap? The human way. That's the weakest, suckiest thing I've ever heard. Superman is patriotic. The real Superman is Christopher Reeve, not this weak lib who gets his ass kicked by a dog, screams at Lois Lane like an autistic kid, and doesn't even believe in his own country. He's not even saying that he doesn't like the president, but he still stands for the flag of America and its people. No, he just ditched it entirely and he's talking about the human way. And I don't know about anybody watching this video, but I have absolutely no time for James Gunn's degenerate, freaky, human way. It's like every week, it just keeps on getting funnier. I can't do anything except talk about this. We literally have Fantastic Four, which is basically just a gay romantic comedy. We have the retarded Superman, whose biggest enemy is his dog. But there's light at the end of the tunnel, because we might get what we've been fighting for all these years. The most crucial and serious moment of our lives. We might be getting Ryan Gosling as Black Panther.
I drive.
And to everybody who likes Fantastic Four and is crying their eyes out, half of the set of Fantastic Four are gay, mentally ill people or are Mexicans who need to get sent home. And everybody who's crying about it also needs to get sent back over the border. So if you agree with anything I said and you can see through the cope and the lies, calling these movies hopeful, and you realize that they're just woke trash, then do let me know and maybe consider subscribing. And if you're one of these woke freaks, then go complain to your boyfriend.